Hey everyone, and welcome back. So, we're getting ready for the Direct today. Now, I don't think Nintendo's actually doing this live. I think they're going to be dropping a video at 9 o'clock. So, for anyone here that's here for the Direct, it should be starting around 9 a.m. I like to get started a little half hour early because we have a chance to talk about what we might see. And basically, as soon as I see the video pop up, we will basically switch on over. I have everything set up, so we're just gonna switch on over, grab the video, because as of now, they actually do not have like a live announcement. But if you look at their post, they did say they're dropping the video at 9 o'clock. So to me, what they did, it's a pre-recorded video, and basically they're just going to be dropping it at 9 o'clock, and we're going to be able to, watch it sort of live, if we will, as soon as it comes up. But I'll be refreshing like every 2-3 minutes to make sure it comes up. Obviously, sorry about that, guys. Obviously, closer to 9 o'clock, we'll be doing it a little more frequently, make sure. Yeah, but honestly, don't forget, there's a few really, well, at least for me, there's a few really good partner games that I'm excited that we might see. Like Contra Operation Galuga. And I'm actually thinking it might actually be a shadow drop. We might actually get the game later today. If not, I do think we're going to get like a solid release date. Lastly, the game that's made by the team from Sonic Mania, because the team behind Sonic Mania did a 3D platformer. And the name, I can never remember the name of that goddarn game. But they also have a game that is supposed to be releasing like nowish, but we haven't heard anything about it. So we might actually get that as a shadow drop as well, or at least a super solid like release date once again. There's a lot of, talk about possibly finally getting the announcement related to the Microsoft stuff last week, so that we actually get confirmation what the 1 or 2 games coming to Switch are. I know there's a lot of rumors for Hi-Fi Rush, which I'm hoping we do get. But on top of that, there is also I'm hoping we get Battletoads. I know it's an old game now on Microsoft, like on the Xbox, but I hope we get Battletoads. Like that's a game that honestly didn't do so well on the Xbox. I'm not saying it's the best game ever, because I did play it on the Xbox because I'm a big enough Battletoads fan that I did want to play it, so I went over to the Xbox. But basically, it's not. It got a lot of hate, but I don't think it's actually as bad as a lot of people say. I actually think it's pretty decent. And I think that one of the reasons it sort of failed on Xbox is that probably a lot of the classic gamers of the original series are most likely not having the Xbox as their primary console, or even having Xbox as their console. I think that game for Microsoft would be like free money on the Nintendo Switch. If you can get the game running well on the Nintendo Switch, like I think there's a very little downside for them from porting it over to the Switch. But there's a lot of upside. Like they could get some decent sales out of it. And at this point, I mean, I'm not sure how much resources it would take to actually port a game like that over. But anyway, those are like, Microsoft side. There's another game that people are talking about that I can't remember the name, but yeah, that's the other one that is like, I know there's another game from Microsoft that everyone says it is one of those 4 games. Like people say that the titles are there. I'm not 100% sure they're all decided. And, even Hi-Fi Rush would make total sense, but, we could get surprised with something else. But yes, so these are the things, so far I'm looking forward to. There's always Silksong. Don't forget, we did get like a teaser last year. We haven't heard anything yet of Silksong. Obviously, it's going to be maybe like I'm not sure it would be first announced for the Switch, however. Like I know everyone sees it as like a Switch first game, but I don't know if they would actually announce it first on the Switch. And I would almost think they might actually do like a multi-platform announcement for Silk Song, because it most likely is going to be coming to all the major platforms. So that is option number two. Like that is another thing. But honestly, Silk Song, I've just stopped saying that it's a prediction because it's been a prediction for like 2 years and it's never there. So yeah. Hey Smiley, hey to Gade, Jumping Bear, Undead Eggmeister, North Sea, Auka, okay, Josh. A-OK Josh. Got it now. A-OK Josh. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Man, it's insane. We were like live like about 5 hours ago. If you guys don't know, we played through Lords of Exile yesterday, and it was a torturous time towards the end of the game, but we actually finished it yesterday on stream. And this morning, I actually got a bit of bad news on the unexpected side. By the way, I just have to get it out there. I normally go drive my daughter to the like corner of the street so she can take the bus to school. I drive her over there. She goes, takes the bus. Everything is good. I get back into my car. I start up my car. My car starts, but I have no power on the gas pedal, like zero. Like if I could get it up to 5 kilometers an hour, it was like a miracle. So I'm like, oh, God darn it, no. Like on top of it, I'm going on vacation. It's like not the time that I want to deal with this stuff. But after 2 or 3 starts, I finally got it to start and get power. So to me, it feels like maybe an injector or something like that. And finally, so once I had the power, I drove it straight to like my corner garage. Like the garage I go to for my repairs is like not even like 2 to 3 minutes away. So they're going to check it out. I'm hoping it's something small and ridiculous that they're going to be able to fix quickly. But that sort of like put me on a slight down this morning. I was like super hyped. Like I'm still hyped for the Direct. But, you know, we finished an awesome game yesterday. Direct coming today. Everything was pointing like awesome. And then that happens. But on the upside, I did pick up something and I forgot to talk about it yesterday. GameStop in Canada right now are doing some insane liquidation sales. I don't know what's up with them, but like Monster Hunter Stories 2 physically is $2 right now. Okay. And they have over like 500 items at $2 or less. And we're talking like you could get a HyperX microphone that normally costs $150. They were selling it $5. Now, the problem is that since it's a liquidation sale, you have to find a store that has the item and go pick it up before anyone else does. Well, I did make one really crazy pickup this week for $5. And I did get the collector's edition of the Cowabunga collection on PS4 for $5. If you look, regular price here in Canada was $200. It was discounted to $100. I got this for $5. And obviously, I'm not the biggest PlayStation fan. Like you guys all know I'm like a Switch fan. But what's awesome is I already have the Cowabunga collection regular on Switch. And basically what I did is I already have the regular one on Switch. And basically, I'm just going to take the extra items from the PS4 edition, and it's going to be like my collectors of the Switch. Because the actual game itself, like, I already have on the Switch physically. Well, GameStop is going out of business. I'm not sure they're pure going out of business. I know their stuff is, like, rough, but I don't think they're actually going out of business. I do think, however, they have, like, this odd... Like, they want to move stock even though it's only $2 to $3 a piece. They did this about 6 or 7 years ago already. Before, like I had about 6 or 7 years ago, I picked up like a ton of stuff at $1 or $2. At least here in Canada, it's sort of like a cyclical thing where they just want to open up space and get everything set for like getting new stuff in. But who knows? It might be a hidden. But honestly, I think we would have heard other stuff. Like before, if you're going out of business and you actually want to liquidate, you actually have to get like legal authorization in Canada, in a lot of provinces. So like, unless they're like there's like a special like law or whatever that I'm not aware of that allows them to do it without actually filing for liquidation. Normally, we would have heard it like from the legal perspective first. Have I ever seen Bithead 1000? Nope, never seen him, but I might go take a look at a couple of his videos. Hi-Fi Rush is getting a shadow drop. By the way, guys, if we do get a major shadow drop, we are going to be playing it right away today because I'm off for the day and I don't have a car now. But I'm still going to probably take a break like for an hour or two after the stream. But at the same time, either way, even if it's a shadow drop, that doesn't mean it will be available directly on the Nintendo Switch eShop, although it could be. But I will be checking. So I have my Switch on the side. We'll turn it on. And basically, if we do get a shadow drop, I'll check if it's available right away. Are you buying a motorcycle now? No, and where I live, a motorcycle would be extremely not useful right now. Because, no, you can't really drive a motorcycle up here in the winter. Unless you have a rapid desire to die. But I'm joking, but it's Canada isn't exactly the best place for buying a motorcycle as a regular way of getting around. What I mean is, like, you can get around in the summer pretty decently, but at wintertime you sort of have to have a backup method of getting around because no freaking way is it viable. Hold on, guys. I'm actually just logging in. I just want to see, because it's already happened that we've gotten shadow drops before the actual direct starts. Like, the eShop isn't always perfectly timed with... Do I still ride horses in Canada? The Mounties still ride horses. But New York cops do as well, so that's nothing special. But, yeah, no... We do not ride horses, and I know you're just teasing me, Jumping Bear, by the way. Because I know we don't ride horses up here. Oof. Starting off the morning with a little energy drink, Rockstar. So recent releases. Nothing jumping out at me that was not there yesterday. You do have to go down a bit because normally the earliest ones are at the top, but it's not perfect. So for the moment, does not seem to be anything on the eShop. And the eShop, what's weird is I'm never sure. Wrong channel? You mean for the visual? But I'm not. I'm just on the main cam for the moment, Alex. Yeah. So basically, what was I saying? Oh yeah. The one thing I'm not sure is if the eShop will actually refresh without me logging out and in. Yeah, I know Mameda no Bakaru. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping for an English translation because that's one of those games that I've wanted to play. Oh, you're on the wrong channel. Gotcha. But yeah, no, you're right. And I know you told me, I think you played the Japanese version, so it really looks like a really fun game. I just wasn't into putting up with the whole Japanese language stuff to try to figure things out. PST, yeah, so around 11ish, yeah, exactly. 11ish my time. But seriously, this morning I'm looking, video's still not live. I'm gonna go to the videos. No, we're still good. So by the way, you know, for anyone that just got here, it looks like Nintendo's just gonna be dropping the video, so it's not actually gonna be like a live. It's supposed to be starting at 9 o'clock. Actually, I don't have a visual up. If I had a text box up, I would put it up on screen. I don't know. Can I put like create new? Yeah, sure. Hold on, guys. How can I change the color? There we go. Size it up. It is like the ghettoest and that like text box ever live on stream that I'm trying to like put somewhere that it actually makes sense. Oh my god, that coloring is awful. Give me a sec here. Properties. Color is freaking awful. Because I wish I would really quick. I don't remember how to put a outline on the text. I'd have to remember in OBS how to do it. Background color. Boom. Okay, we're gonna do this ghetto style. There, I just slapped a black background. Let's do that. So, yeah, it's supposed to be starting at 9 a.m. EST. You have to go, Grovel. Sorry, I know you said you had to go, man. I forgot to. In my mind, I was like, I have to acknowledge it. Sorry, I missed that earlier, Grovel. But, you know, you can always watch the replay later, and at least it's coming out as a video. So even if, you know, you're fed up of hearing me talk, you can also just check it out directly on the Nintendo channel. So we're here. It's still not up. We're going to just refresh the videos. Make sure it didn't pop up. No, we're still on another recode as their latest video. And I just want to make sure desktop audio is good. I'm going to connect my Bluetooth headphones. We're going to get everything set up so that we're good to go as soon as this thing drops. Yeah, I did check, but normally if it is live, you would see like the upcoming live. But I am going to check both pages just to make sure. I just want to see, are we on the... Yeah, we're on the headphones. We good. Everything seems ready to go. Back to the close-up cam. Now you have to stop watching my last night's stream. Hey, we finished a game, man. We finished a game. It took 5 hours, but we finished it. And that last boss, at one point I was like, honestly, the hope was leaving my eyes. Like I really wanted to give up at one point, mostly because of how late it was getting. But yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, this looks dirty. I'm like, I'd rather be drinking out of a glass than out of a can. But I don't have one nearby. And I'm a bit too lazy to go upstairs and get one. So, oh my God, guys. So yeah, what are your guys' predictions? So I gave a couple of mine. like I said, I gave a couple of mine. Now I want to hear from all of you. What do you guys think is coming out? I'll read the chat. I'll read out your answers. So let me know what you give me. Like everyone who wants to give me like 2 predictions out in the chat, so that we can get some other ideas going. But the stream came back to Gade. If I don't know if you saw, but like it did cut out. My internet went dead for like 5 minutes. It happens with my provider, and it's often around 2 to 3 a.m. that they do that because they think no one's online. I think it's like a server refresh, like a server restart. But and 5 minutes later, it's back on. I finished it back. Yeah, it came back right in time. Well, I actually had put it on pause, waiting for you guys. Like I finished the attempt that I was on, and then I put it on pause and I waited for it to come back. Can't wait to watch this with you all right here from Longueuil. So Jumping Bear says Shirin the Wanderer, the mystery dungeon of Serpent Coil Island. Shirin the Wanderer, the sequel, yeah, that would be a good guess because we're supposed to be getting it, to my knowledge, but I don't know when. And don't forget that they said this is specifically the first half of the year. Switch 2, honestly, I do not think we're going to hear a word about the Switch 2. I would love to hear about the Switch 2, but I don't think we're going to hear a word about the Switch 2 this morning in a partner direct. Like Nintendo's going to do that in a Nintendo direct. To me, there's no like upside for them to do this to do something like that in a partner direct. Still not up. Just checking the pages. Live page, still not up. We should have about 7 more minutes. Yeah, Hollow Knight 2 to Gade. That's why I said Silk Song is a... But like I said earlier, to me it's no longer even a prediction because it's been a prediction for like 2 years. It's no longer a prediction. It's like been too long that we've been saying Silk Song. So although I mention it, I don't want it to be an official prediction because it's just going to disappoint me yet again if it's not out there. And like I said, the one thing to me that would feel like it, not that it doesn't make sense, but it's that Silk Song to me would be like a multi-console release, and I don't think Nintendo would be the ones to spoil it, if you will. And when I say spoil in the very like nicest way possible. What I mean is that I do think they're going to try and do it in a more at an event where all 3 of the big people, like the big consoles, are present, and they're all gonna do like their announcements back to back. Contra game, exactly. That we said it earlier. I do think Operation Galuga is a very solid candidate today for possibly a shadow drop or at least a solid release date. Because we didn't have one, right? We knew that was coming out early this year, but we didn't have a release date. I'm pretty sure we didn't. Because I'm pretty sure if we had an actual release date, I would have covered it, right? I have to go check to make sure after, but I'm almost sure we didn't have one, so it is still very possible. The game from the developers of Sonic Mania was my other guess for me. That is very we'll get a port from Panic Button, very very possible once again. Yes. Let me just see. Probably a lot of indie game stuff, farming sims and such. Stuff you could never guess, and funky art styles. Honestly, though, I don't think we're going to see that many little indie titles. Like, we might see a few, but don't forget this is a partner direct. And I'm not saying the indies aren't partners with Nintendo. It's just that this seems to be more like a direct that will be dedicated to somewhat called like bigger partners, if that makes any sense. And it's no offense to little indie studios. It's just that we have indie worlds for that. And the partner directs are often like the Bandai Namcos or the Capcoms or the bigger partners that they have. I think Nintendo's plan for a huge adoption rate for Switch 2 Lite will be that it will double as a mixed reality headset out of the box with a small accessory to fit in. That was one of my guesses of where they want to go with it. However, like just when we look at the technology that's available now at a decent price point, and that's the only sort of like dark cloud to that guess, is that to get the technology working well at a decent price point is very rough in today's industry. And Nintendo, I don't think they're going to risk putting out a Switch 2 that costs like $600 to $700. Okay. And that is a but unless they figured out something that everyone else hasn't figured out. But yeah, I know a lot of people think like possibly I know there's very possibly an announcement from the Pokemon company, or well, not the Pokemon company, but Game Freak, if we will, Game Freak, with maybe a different IP, or that the Pokemon games are supposed to be coming to Game Boy. Once again, it would feel bizarre in a partner showcase, but it very well could be, because Game Freak theoretically is not Nintendo legally and could be considered a partner. And I know a lot of people were debating that online, whether it's a real partner or not, but I guess it is. So it is very, very possible as well. But honestly, what I think we're gonna be able to see as well, I'm refreshing a little more frequently now, guys, okay? So if my focus drifts for a few seconds, it's because I'm refreshing the page. Let's go to the mainstream. Let's actually put it up, because when it starts, I want to be able to grab it. We're 2 minutes out, theoretically. Now, I am checking the live page and the videos page, and we should be getting it any second now. But you're hoping for something with the Endless Oceans game. Yeah, I heard, I saw Pioro, with the whole dolphin thing. And I know, like, it could be Endless Ocean, or some people were once again saying like, oh, GameCube is coming. Once again, though, Partner Direct, GameCube doesn't feel like the place, like, it doesn't feel like they would. F5, F5, F5. Refresh. New. Nintendo, where the heck is this thing? We're 59. Come on. Like, I wonder if this thing is going to be like 9.9, or they're going to have us dicking around for an extra 5 minutes, like Xbox trying to find the freaking podcast. That was so frustrating. I don't know if you guys were there when I tried to cover the podcast this week, but like, they're like, oh, it'll be on the Xbox channel. Never, like, finding that link was like a freaking like mystery. I had to go to a website to link me to the podcast when I was actually on the Xbox page. 9 o'clock. Where is this thing? Let's just go check out the home page. No. Videos, no. Yeah, I know normally Nintendo has more of their shit together. I'm going to skip the ads. Hold on. They were about to send you guys ads, and I'm like, no way are we going to get you. Are they going to send you ads at like, holy crap, Nintendo, come on. Let's go. Like, in about a minute or two, I'm going to start freaking out if it's not there. Come on, Nintendo, you can do it. God dang it. How is it live? They shared it on X. Okay, but it's not on the... Oh, there we go, guys. Woo! Okay. We're just going to pause it 30 seconds. I just wanted to buffer a tiny bit. We're going to get this thing full screen, and we're going to get going, guys. Woo! Okay. Are we all ready? I always let it buffer just a little minute, guys. We're just going to be like a minute behind, and it just generally makes sure that we don't wind up at one point with like that freaking loading crap. Because when I'm streaming at the same time as playing a video from YouTube, that's the only time my internet can be a bit of a piece of you know what. So give it an extra minute. I know, man. They were like, we're gonna do this at 9:01 just to annoy everyone, so that everyone's like, where the heck is this thing? Okay, we ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I'm gonna try to talk only when they are not talking, so that we can hear everything they say. Let's do this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2024 from our publishing and development partners. Okay, let's get into some headlines. Strive to survive. Get ready to embark on an enormous adventure of Grounded proportions. After being shrunken down at the hands of an evil
Xbox
corporation,
they were right.
You must explore a vast, immersive world right in your own backyard. Assemble your crew and work together in online, cross-platform co-op with up to 3 friends, or take on the adventure solo. Gather resources to build your base and craft weapons, armor, and tools to improve your chances of survival. Use the tools you craft to forage plant life, but watch out. You aren't alone out there. Work your way through the campaign to uncover the mysteries of the backyard, or build, share, and play your own creations in Playgrounds mode. Do you have what it takes to make it big in this minuscule world and fend off its creepy, crawly inhabitants? Go big or never go home when Grounded launches on the Nintendo Switch system April 16th.
Okay, just a couple of months and we're gonna get this.
A tale of destruction and renewal unfolds in this return to the Ender Lilies world.
Oh,
this once flourishing
Ender Lilies, guys.
Sits atop a wealth of buried
sequel.
magic. Homunculi,
Ender Lilies was a
artificial
very
life
good
forms
game.
created as the country flourished, were meant to bring about a brighter future. As Lilac, you'll reluctantly bond with and journey alongside a homunculus who played a pivotal role in the country's demise.
Honestly, this is a good one.
The surface became corrupted. The citizens fled upward to escape its reach.
They seem to be keeping the Metroidvania aspect.
Remained abandoned below. Along your journey, you'll battle rampaging homunculi.
Was it homunculi in the other one, or was it spirits?
Will join you on your adventure, becoming your companions and lending their aid. What awaits Lilac and the homunculi at the end of their journey? Find out when Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist launches on
just
Nintendo
2024.
Switch this year.
Okay, so no specific dates for this one, but we're all good.
Your adventure, your way in these Nintendo Switch games. Explore an interconnected world of puzzles in this charming adventure. Slide across rows and columns on a sprawling gameplay grid where everything moves when you move. Solve puzzles by venturing out into the wilderness, helping out the townsfolk.
No joke,
and
I'm interested in this one.
In handcrafted dungeons.
I like
What
puzzle
awaits
games.
you on this curious journey of self-discovery? The
They're a
world
great
is
way to
yours
wind
solve
down.
In A Ranger, a role-puzzling adventure, sliding onto Nintendo Switch this summer.
That honestly,
Guide
that one has
Elaine,
me
a
interested.
young prince on a journey to liberate 5 nations.
Oh,
from
we're
the
seeing
mighty
Unicorn
Empire's
Overlord again?
dominion.
This looks
Customize
awesome.
your troops, form your strategy, then unleash your army on the opposing Zenoiran forces. Your real-time strategy planning will turn the tide of war. During battle, you may get to recruit new allies or be faced with difficult decisions. Atlas and Vanillaware present Unicorn Overlord, launching on Nintendo Switch March 8th. A demo will be available today on Nintendo
Oh, nice.
eShop.
We get a demo available.
Originally released on the Nintendo 3DS system.
So at least we
the
have
first
something to
Monster
play
Hunter
if there's
Stories
no
game
other shadow
returns.
drops.
Now fully voiced and in HD. As a rider, you'll befriend and fight alongside
Nice.
monsters
The first
in
Monster Hunter
turn-based
Stories.
combat to confront the black blight that plagues the world. Many familiar monsters from across the series are included. Plus, you can browse artwork and listen to music in the newly added museum. Take
Like, this is
flight
just fun
in
to have them
Monster
both on
Hunter
the system.
Stories, soaring onto the Nintendo Switch system this summer.
It's just really fun to have them both on the same system now. Oh, Mickey Mouse.
On a peculiar day, Yen Sid's mischievous mirror lured Mickey Mouse into his workshop.
What is this?
Finding the magic paintbrush, a curious Mickey creates a mess and becomes trapped in a magical wasteland inhabited by forgotten and rejected characters.
This looks like a weird
Platforming
take
adventure,
on...
Epic Mickey returns in a faithful remake of the beloved classic.
Oh my god. Okay.
Explore this unusual dimension, using the magic brush to shape the world with paint and paint thinner on the path to become an epic hero. Disney
Looks
Epic
cool.
Mickey
it just reminds me a lot of Mario
launches on
Sunshine.
Nintendo
I
Switch
remember even
this
when I
year.
saw the game the first time, it reminded me so much of
Next,
Mario
please
Sunshine,
take
and
a
it was
look
one
at
of my
this.
least liked Marios. Like the whole painting everything back into color. Oh. What is this?
I'm
Oh
afraid
my god,
Tokyo
it's...
experienced its own peculiar occurrence while you were away. I'll be counting on you to gather more intel on the matter.
I suspected to be traveling back and forth between Tokyo and the
I saw
world.
this, the name's
This
just not
place is
coming to me.
definitely
Shouldn't-
dangerous. And that's about all we know right now.
Look out!
It's DLC
you?
for
Now
Shin
let's
Megami
show
Tensei
us.
5, right? Or is it a separate game? That's what I can't
And
remember.
so we have found it. The key to the resurrection.
So what? This is where you prove you can fight? You think you can just fly in and be a hero?
If it wasn't for you, my brother would never have been dragged into this war.
You're not alone.
Guys,
If you want revenge,
we're still starting out pretty
and I'll
decent.
help you get it. Allow me to remind you how you were wronged by this world.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Awesome, guys. A game I will not have time to play through, but still awesome.
Enter or return to this ravaged wasteland and experience an untold story on your adventure. Let's take a look at some more headlines.
That's what I remember, that Epic Mickey wasn't one of the
Get
best
ready
ones.
to unite and fight
I didn't
in
even
these
play it,
Nintendo Switch
so
games.
Good chance I wasn't
Fight
one of
in
the really
iconic
good
battles
ones.
from across the Star Wars galaxy in this collection of 2 classic games. Up to
What?
64 players
Battlefront
can strike
is
back
coming to the
against familiar
Switch?
faces in massive online battles. This collection includes additional playable characters.
That could
such as
actually be
Kid Fisto,
fun.
and
That could
additional
actually be
maps
fun, like
Jabba's
a little,
Palace.
as a little bit of
Plus,
a
battle as your favorite
revival
heroes
for
or
Battlefront.
villains in Hero Assault. Play as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and more on maps including Death Star and Naboo.
I just wonder if they're gonna get a
Star
player
Wars
base.
Battlefront Classic Collection launches on the Nintendo Switch system March 14th.
Because I don't feel that there's gonna be
Pre-orders begin
crossplay.
today on Nintendo eShop.
Did they say it starts today?
Come on, Butters. Let's go, Stan. Snow day everywhere.
Or
Welcome
pre-orders?
to South Park. As the new kid,
All right, you're on now, new kid.
join Cartman, Stan,
No joke,
and the
I
rest of
really
the
wanna
gang
play
to
this.
save the town in this
I love
co-op
South
action
Park.
game. Choose from a wide range of iconic South Park items and cosmetics to customize your character however you'd like. Once you're set, it's time for battle. Take on an avalanche of enemy factions in solo play or online co-op with up to 3 friends. Grab your gang and head into the fray in South Park Snow Day. Launching on Nintendo Switch March 26th. Pre-orders are available
I'm actually
now
excited
on
for this
Nintendo
game.
eShop.
I really want to play it. I just hope it plays well on the Switch.
Sharpen your steel for the latest entry in the Sword Art Online series. When the virtual world goes haywire, the past and present collide.
Love the games. I love the
Alongside
series. The
former
games I didn't
adversaries
have so much
and
love for.
fallen allies.
I'm not saying they're
It's up
bad.
to you to
They
save
just
the
feel
world.
generic.
Experience a whole new single-player story, or take the battle online with up to 20 players in co-op play. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream launches on Nintendo Switch this year. Break,
I mean-
build, and battle your ultimate Gundam in Gundam Breaker 4.
Oh,
Choose
we're getting
from over
Gundam Breaker?
250 base kits. Combine and customize their parts to build your very own mobile suit model, known as Gunpla. Then put your creation to the test in a variety of combat missions. By
I'm really
defeating enemies
surprised
and
we're getting
acquiring new
Gundam
parts,
Breakers
you can
4,
equip more abilities
because
to
I think
craft
I thought the
ultimate
last
Gunpla.
Gundam game was sort of like a
Plus, you can
failure in
show
North
off your
America.
builds and snap pics in the new diorama mode. Prepare for battle when
I'm not
Gundam Breaker
complaining.
4 launches on Nintendo Switch.
Because I love the
this
series.
year. Let's get down to
I just heard the last
monkey
one, like,
business.
money-wise, was a failure.
The newest entry in the Super Monkey Ball series rolls onto Nintendo
Nice.
Switch.
Banana Rumble. I love Monkey Ball.
Over 200 brand new stages await with optional motion controls. Using the new Spin Dash move, you can blast over obstacles and create shortcuts to victory. Have a ball with friends and family in 4-player local co-op. And up to 16 players can battle online as they tilt their way to be the
This is
top
awesome.
banana.
16-player
Be
online
the first
battle.
to the finish line in race mode. Grab the falling
Honestly,
bananas
guys,
in
I love
Banana
Monkey
Hunt.
Ball, and throwing an online
Team up
battle
to
mode
take down
just
robots
fits in
Robot
perfectly.
Smash and more. Get ready to roll, tilt,
Look, it's not like a
dash,
first party with
and
crazy
party
games,
in one
but so far I'm
appealing
pretty happy
adventure
with
when
this
Super Monkey
showcase
Ball
we're
Banana
getting.
Rumble launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system June 25th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
And we're only halfway in, guys. We're only halfway in.
Get ready for a good time. It's liquidy. It's solidy. It's goo. Stretch it, shape it, and use it to build strategic structures. In this physics-based
the first one was
puzzler,
okay.
You can build towers, bridges, and even whatever this is. Your goal is to guide as much goo as possible into a vast global pipe distribution network. But where do the pipes lead? Certainly nowhere sinister. Put your imagination to the test as you build, splash, explode, destroy, fly, and roll your goo to the goal. You'll encounter different types of goo balls with unique properties, including
Okay, the first
explosive
one that
goo,
I'm like sort of
jelly
like
goo,
meh,
and more.
and not because it's
Exclusive
bad.
to the Nintendo
I'm
Switch
just
version,
not in a
you can
mood for
build with up to
this
3
right
buds
now.
in local co-op play. World of Goo 2 launches as a console
But I'm
exclusive
sure
on
a lot of
Nintendo
people are
Switch
gonna be
May
happy with this
23rd.
one though, because the first one was pretty decent. Was pretty fun.
Build a life transcending time. Craft your story 1,000 years in the making in a brand new fantasy life game. This once thriving island in the seas of Bavaria now stands deserted.
We aren't ready for the end of
Travel
this
to the
direct.
island's past to gather resources.
Am I gonna
and
yell?
use them to restore
Am I
the
gonna yell?
island in
Because
the
like,
present.
there's a couple of things that I will
You'll
actually
start
scream
out by
for.
assuming one
I'm
of
normally
many
not
different
like the
roles
screamer
called
type if you
lives.
don't know me.
Why not become a miner to collect ore?
Okay, so another farming
How
life
about a
sim.
magician to take down
But-
monsters?
But actually, this one looks fun.
Or
I like
even
the
a
chibi
carpenter
art
to
style.
craft furniture. You can swap between these lives and many more as you rebuild the island.
Guys, no
As you
spoilers
travel
if
through
people are
time,
going ahead
you'll
to the end of the
gradually
video.
uncover truths
No
about your new
spoilers.
island home. Additionally, up to 4 players can journey together
Because there must be people
online,
scrubbing the video
invite friends
quickly.
to the island, and set off to discover the secrets that lie in store. This life is yours to live in. Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. Launching on Nintendo Switch
October.
October 10th. It's time to hunt for...
Oh, the crab game. The
trash?
crab, the crab freaking Souls-like.
The world these days is dark and
I love this. This is. I'm
even the
actually
water
really hyped for this
tastes
game.
unclean.
It's the crab Souls-like, right?
You all how threatening the ocean is outside this reef.
I love crabs.
Scour the depths of a polluted undersea world in this Souls-like adventure.
Yeah. This game I can't wait to play.
If you can go get that treasure they're jawing about, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
Protect
Now
yourself
I'm like
with
hyped.
whatever
Someone
you
said
can find,
I'm not
from
ready for
cans
the end of
to
the direct.
cardboard, during
So
your hunt to reclaim
if I destroy your ears, if I do end up screaming, I'm so sorry ahead of time.
I've been working my butt off trying to get my old life back.
But you'll run into a few crabby predators along the way.
Perhaps we can work out a deal, little.
Oh, this looks really. Actually, this looks really fun,
Use
and
over 60 ability-granting shells.
if they can
and
pull it
harness
off,
powerful
it can be a
umami
really
magic
cool
to
game.
Take down enemies in frenetic deep-sea combat. What other threats lie in the ocean depths? As they say, one crab's trash is another crab's treasure.
April
Launching on Nintendo
25th.
Switch, April 25th.
Nice. 2 months, man. 2 months.
These Nintendo Switch games will have you dashing, dropping, and drilling. Join Penny and Yo-Yo in a brand new
This is the
3D
game, Penny's big
platforming
breakaway.
adventure from the team that brought you Sonic Mania. Dash, swing,
Are we getting the Shadow
ride,
Drop, guys?
And master the cosmic string in over 40 levels across 11 vibrant worlds, all while outrunning a massive penguin army and a colorful cast of bosses. Feast on power-ups.
This would
to
be an
activate
awesome Shadow
transformations.
Drop for today,
Help out
guys,
the
because
denizens
we will
during your
play this
acrobatic
afternoon.
escapades, and put your
if
tricks
it's
to the
out.
test in a time attack mode.
You can see
Hope
the
you're ready to
resolution there
go,
dropping a
because
bit.
Penny's Big Breakaway launches on Nintendo Switch today.
Yeah! We get to play this. Like,
Local
unless Silk
two-player
Song comes out
battles are
today,
coming as paid
we've got our
DLC
game that
to
we're
the
playing today.
fruit-matching phenomenon, Suika Game. Choose from 3 modes: original, time limit, and attack. Aim for a higher score than your opponent in original mode. Make split-second decisions
Okay,
against the
my
clock
wife is gonna
in
love
time
this
limit
game.
Mode,
I'm gonna buy this
and
game because
overwhelm
my
your
wife is
opponent
gonna
with
love
bunches
it.
of fruit in attack mode.
She loves, like, any
Plus,
Tetris-like
online
game.
multiplayer will be added to the DLC in the future.
And this looks like just
Get
original
battling when
enough
this paid
that it...
DLC for Suika Game drops onto the Nintendo Switch system today. A bundle of the game
Oh, this is
and
a
DLC
DLC?
is also available today.
What the hell is Suika game?
Gear up for some thrilling drilling in the 2D action platformer Pepper Grinder.
Oh, this looked cool. This reminded me of Mr. Driller, not
Pulverize
Mrs.
enemies in your way.
Drill Dozer.
And ride on gnarly vehicles to recover your missing fortune. Pepper Grinder drills its way onto Nintendo Switch March 28th. A demo will be available today on Nintendo eShop.
Oh, a demo. Nice.
Giddy
Yeah,
up
they
for
showed it in
fusion
a
of
previous
solitaire
Direct
and
Knives
ice
Out,
racing
you're
in
right.
this remastered version of Pocket Card Jockey. Take cards to create a sequence of numbers and build up power during a race. Check the positions of other horses, spend power to move around the course, and grab special cards to gain the upper hoof. Win events to get new horses, then breed them
Meh.
to raise the next generation of ideal steeds. You can even
I'm
race
sure some
online
people are going to
against
be
other
really into
players.
this, but for me,
It's
meh.
off to the races in Pocket Card Jockey Ride On, launching on Nintendo Switch today.
I can tell you we're not playing that game today. Sizzle real time. We just might have to do that before we play the penny game. Contra!
That almost wraps up
Oh
this
my God.
Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase.
Oh my
But
God.
Before we go, we have 2 more announcements to share.
This is
First,
it, isn't it?
Please take a look at this.
What is it? Is that Darth Vader? No. What? Donkey Kong 64? Rareware is it? The rare. What? Battletoads Battle Maniacs? Killer Instinct? Well, we already saw Killer Instinct, but I'm just like, ah! Last Corpse, okay?
These games are available today.
What?
You can play them with an active Nintendo Switch Online.
I'm really happy, especially Battle Maniacs and Killer Instinct. RC Pro Ham, man. God, I have that game still, though.
Next
I still
is
have
our
the
last
original.
announcement. Please take a look.
What is this? Is that the ocean thing? Is it like when I saw this? What is this? Oh yeah, Endless Ocean.
A mysterious underwater world is yours to explore in an all-new
Not
Endless
Silk
Ocean
Song.
game.
Yeah, I like. Okay,
Welcome
that
to
retro
the
announcement
Veiled
was
Sea,
really
a
cool,
location
but
known to very few people.
I don't know. I
This
was sort of
unexplored
when they said
region
like we're not
changes
ready
with
for the
each
end.
dive,
I was sort of like expecting
offering new things to discover.
Silk Song or
Up
something.
to 30 players online can plunge into the ocean's depths together. Share your discoveries with other divers and exchange a friendly greeting while freely exploring the vast ocean. There are over 500 different species of marine life to encounter.
Hold on, guys. I'm just logging into the
Some of
Switch
them
Online
are creatures
so
thought
that we
to
can
be
see what we
extinct,
get, what we
and
got for the
others
moment.
may be mythical.
Yeah, we'll reflect on what we saw, guys, as soon as we're done.
What will you find on your undersea journey?
Like this.
Endless Ocean Luminous launches on the Nintendo Switch system May 2nd. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Like, to me, like this looks good, but it's not like, oh my god,
We
what the
hope
heck.
you're looking forward to exploring the vast ocean on Nintendo Switch.
They just must have paid
That's all
Nintendo
for
the
today's
most.
Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
Oh, it's available already. Penny's on the eShop. Penny is on the eShop right now. Holy shit, she's expensive. Well, Contra's coming March 12th. Honestly, we're like 3 weeks away. And we've got a demo. We've got a demo for Contra. So we're most likely, okay, it's done. So give me a sec, guys. Let me just switch over to the Switch view. We can angle between the two either way, but let's get the capture card out. So Penny's Big Breakaway, guys, is already on the eShop. By the way, I'm on the Canadian one just because since I want to buy it quickly, I don't want to have to go and buy American gift cards and then come back and put it on the blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to buy it on the Canadian eShop, but it's $39.99 here in the Canadian North. Let's see what it is in the US, though. It feels like it's going to be like a $30 game, right? Like probably $29.99. Yeah, $29.99 in the US. Okay, it's not so bad. It just feels bad because here in Canada, it's like freaking expensive. Let's look what else let's see Contra. I just want to see if the demo's out already, because if it's out already, I'm going to grab the demo right away. I don't see officially Operation Galuga. Oh, right here. Wow, it's going to be a $50 game here in Canada? That's freaking crazy a bit, though. I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay it because, yeah. Okie doke. So that's done. We've got the demo downloading. And I will buy Penny. I will buy Penny, and we will play it later today. But just before that, let's review what we saw today. So let's review what we saw today. So I just wanted to show you guys. Often there's like a delay, but no, they are right away there. Actually, one last thing. Let's go check the online service. But this normally, do I have the Nintendo app on this one? Yeah, I do. We can check RC Pro Am at least, because I think I don't have the Super Nintendo app on this Switch. It doesn't seem to be there yet. Because normally you get it like at the top, like it lets you know what's new at the top first. I could be right up here towards the left. So RC Pro Am doesn't seem to be there yet. So most likely that's going to come a little bit later. Okay. But now let's just go back to this. Seriously, for a partner direct, I do think this one was good. Like, is this an S tier? No. Because there were some really good games, but there was no, like, knockout punch. You know, like, there was no Silk Song. There was no nothing like that. But I would put this, like, probably at a solid B+. Like, I would feel that this one is a solid B to B+. There were some good ones. Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth, Metal Mark. A solid B. Like, there were a lot of solid, good games. There was a pretty decent shadow drop because I'm pretty sure the Penny game is going to be good. I'm hoping it's going to be good because if I'm spending $40 on the game today to play it and not wait to see if I can get a review code, I'm really hoping it's going to be freaking good. But let's just look at the let's remind ourselves of the different events.
Corporation.
So, we're not going to watch it again. I just want to scrub it. So Grounded looks solid. Honestly, I didn't play Grounded. Jumping Bear said he did, and he said it was pretty decent. And it does look very interesting, and it does look like a game that fits very well on Nintendo Switch. So I'm just going to say, feels like good. I do think, Rob, you are right. I do think that between now and June, it's almost guaranteed that we're at least going to know when the Switch is coming out. Whether it's pushed back to 2025 or late 2024. Honestly, right now, I don't even care. In the sense that I'm not going to start getting into the rumors and back and forth. Because there's people saying both things on both sides. Because I don't know if you know, because people said like, oh, some developers were warned, but people spoke to other developers, like big developers, and they said, well, we weren't warned. Now, are they lying? Or did someone say that a bunch of people say that because they knew it was going to get a bunch of clicks? I don't know if you, like, to me, the only suspicious thing about the release that the Switch 2 is being delayed is it happened at the end of a week where the Nintendo Direct was supposed to be delayed as well. So what better thing would get extra clicks from people than doubling down on the fear that, something's wrong? You know, like there's two things. You have FOMO and you have fear, and you can play on the fear that people are going to be disappointed. And to me, it just sounds like it was a little bit too perfect, if that makes any sense. That, the Nintendo Direct seems to be delayed, so let's double down and get everyone scared that the Switch 2 is going to be delayed, and we're going to get a bunch of clicks. Okay, and like I said, however, apparently some people talked to other developers, and those other developers said, well, it's weird we didn't get that same warning. So you'd think that if Nintendo sent out a general warning to a lot of their big developers, all the big developers would have got that message. You know what I mean? But that's what I think. So I'm just going to say, before we actually double down and saying it is definitely 2025, let's wait and see what Nintendo says, and then we can actually discuss, oh my God, what does this mean for 2024? Because till then, what's the use? Like, people are going to say one thing, then people are going to say another thing, and Nintendo has always thrown a curveball. You know, Nintendo could have voluntarily also misled people, so that when the Switch comes out, it makes an even bigger bang and an even bigger kerfuffle. Because don't forget, companies can hype themselves as well. Because no publicity is bad publicity. And I know their stock dropped. But at the same time, if all of a sudden then they announce, no, the Switch 2 is back on track for 2024, the small dive that the stocks took, trust me, the upswing is going to be twice as big. And sometimes a little downswing is actually good for a company, because right now Nintendo stocks is very high. A slight downswing can actually get people to jump on board to give it a bigger upswing later. So it's like, exactly, invest now, Rob German. If I'm right, and I'm not saying I am, because I'm not I'm not giving financial advice here. That is not my job, and I am not licensed in that way. Just specifying it for legal purposes. But I would say, like, it's a decent idea, good idea that is possible. But okay, so we had Grounded. We had the sequel to Ender Lilies. Looks awesome. Looks really good. Ender Lilies 1 is a really good game. It's a really good Metroidvania. So, like, you know, why not? Ender Magnolia. And when is this one? 2024. We didn't get a release date, though. Next, we went on to that puzzle game. Now, this puzzle game looks dumb, but I like this puzzle game. I'm thinking I'm going to pick this one up when it comes out, because I really like relaxing quality puzzle games. You know, when you need to wind down before going to bed or something, puzzle games are perfect. Now, we're going to talk about Unicorn Overlord for a second, because something hit me. Unicorn Overlord is Vanillaware plus Sega. Okay? Where's Shining Force? Like, I get the whole thing of creating a new IP or whatnot, but especially if Sega's partnering with Vanillaware, why didn't they give them Shining Force? I don't know if any of you know what Shining Force is, but it was the competitor to Fire Emblem from Sega. It was a strategy RPG, a really good one, very character driven. And the last one we got was Shining Force 3 on the Saturn or the Dreamcast. I'm like a little fuzzy memory wise, but seriously, like, if you're going to be doing a strategy RPG, why not revive an amazing series like Shining Force? And especially, like I said, visually, it would have worked with the exact style that Vanillaware is used to doing. But Still, Unicorn Overlord looks like it's going to be a solid entry. I love the art style. I love everything. I just don't understand why Sega didn't make... If they're already partnering with them, why they wouldn't give them an IP like Shining Force. Unless Sega is doing it themselves and it's going to be one of those other surprise IPs that they're trying to revive. But, just saying, yeah. Then we got, Monster Hunter Stories, the first one coming to Switch. Very good, because we're going to have both in the same place. Monster Hunter Stories 2, I think, got a lot of people on board that maybe missed out on the 3DS version. And most people are not going to go out and buy a 3DS to play it. You are right, Ricardo. They should do a remaster of Shining Force 1 and 2 first. But it's actually on the Sega Collection, eh? It's available on the Sega Collection. If you have the Sega Classics Collection, it is available, both Shining Force 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure, on the Sega Classics Collection. So theoretically, the first two are already available on Switch, so you can play them. But you're right that a remaster of the first two would maybe be a good starting point. Or at least the third one, because I think the third one is the one the least people played because it's on a system that just a lot of people didn't have. And to my knowledge, it's never been re-released or ported anywhere else. I could be wrong, though. I don't want to swear because, I don't have specific knowledge. Then the Mickey game, at first I was like wondering what it was. Then when I found out what it was, and someone said it in the chat, my memory was that the original game wasn't all that good. So, yeah. It's like a flat one, this one. I like Mickey games. I really like the Metroidvania one they came out with, Illusion Island or Illusion something. I get them all mixed up because they're all Illusion somethings or Dreaming somethings. But we played it on stream. Very good game. I found it's a very good casual Metroidvania to get people started. However, yeah, I remember that this one was like not super well received, so it fell sort of flat once I remembered that. Then we got the announcement for the Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, so it's like a second game, because it doesn't seem to be DLC, right? It'll be like its own playable game from what I can understand. At least that's the way they're presenting it from what I saw. So honestly, great series from Sega and Atlas. Great release. Strong one. Then we got Star Wars Battlefront. And someone else said in the chat too, the one thing I'm worried about for the online availability here is what is the game population going to look like? SMT5 was boring. I think there's diverging opinions on that, Rodrigo, but I mean, everyone's allowed to their opinion, so it's very possible. A lot of people will find the SMT series is very lore heavy and whatnot. So if you're not into the SMT world, you're probably gonna get a big disconnect from a lot of the stuff. Maybe you know it all and you just found the fifth one was boring, and that could be very valid as well. I'm just saying that if you haven't played a lot of them, I do see that there will be a disconnect. It's hard to jump into one and get everything that's going on right away. So yeah, Battlefront, getting back to Battlefront, what I'm worried about is what's the game population going to look like. Because if this isn't cross-play, doesn't say at the bottom here. Doesn't say if it's cross-play for the moment that I can see in the little text. It just says you need a Nintendo Switch Online account. The one worry thing is, like, is there going to be enough people online to, like, get matches regularly? And keep the fun up for a long time. And that is perfectly valid as well, Metal Mark. I mean, I do think it's a good release nonetheless. I'm just talking about the people that want to get into, like, the online aspect. Is it going to deliver what we would hope for? South Park game. Very hopeful for this one. I'm not going to say much more about it right now. I love the old South Park games that were more RPG styled. I love South Park as a property. I find the guys funny. I like the fact that the games keep the same edgy humor. So hopefully this is going to deliver a decent experience. I'm worried about how it's going to run on the Switch though. I'm worried about how it's going to run on the Switch. Although the fact that it's like cartoony-ish graphics often work for the Switch. Sword Art Online, that's what I said. Personally, love the series, okay? Don't get me wrong. I love the anime. The games really never hit me, the first two. And it's two, right? Two, the first, I think it's two. I don't think it's three. If there's a third one, I didn't try the third one. But I'm like a little... I'm not hyped because I didn't connect with the first two games. Because, I don't know, it didn't feel as epic as the series. But still feels like gonna be a good release for a lot of people. Gundam Breakers 4, surprised to see this, because like I said, I thought that the previous Gundam that we got here in the West did really badly. It was Battle something or another. And I love the Gundam series, but I thought it did bad, so I'm really surprised we're getting another Gundam release, but hopefully this one does better. Monkey Ball. Love Monkey Ball. Great property. Sega should lean into this because I think you can release a Monkey Ball every couple of years, keep people interested, offer some new levels, and look, the new twist of the 16-player online battle mode, super good hook to get people back into the series if they were like on the fence, because they're like, oh, this is what this one is giving me that no other Monkey Ball has given me before. And hopefully the online play is going to be good. If it is, I do think this one's going to be delivering something good. And we're going to go a little quicker as we get to the end, because I don't want to, spend like as long as the direct was on our thoughts. But if we go on World of Goo 2, I gave my thoughts while it was going. First one was okay, was cool, was fun. I'm sort of flat on this one just because... I don't know, there's so much other stuff coming out that I'm more interested in playing. It just hit me flat. But I'm sure people who love the first one are going to enjoy this one. Next, we have that sort of life sim farming game. Chibi art style looks fun. It looks good. If you're into this, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a decent release. We're going to see when we're closer to it, but it's coming out in October. Honestly, not going to talk too much about this because we've seen a ton of these as well. To me, nothing hit me as, oh my god, this is exclusive to this and no one else has done this way before. However, that's the one thing. I don't see a huge hit of originality here, but that is fine. Fantasy Life, the girl who steals time. Crab game. Please, give me the crab game. Make sure it runs well on Switch. If you mess this one up, I will take it personally because I love crabs and I can't wait to play the Souls-like crab game. Don't mess it up. That's all I'm going to say. It looks freaking cool. It looks really cool. I love taking the Souls style and giving it a more comedic approach rather than always the dark doom and gloom end of the world. I'm almost a walking zombie type approach. You know what I mean? And I loved it with Elden Ring. I love it in Mortal Shell that we looked at this week on the deals video. But at one point, show me something different. This is different. Love it. Awesome. Next, Penny. We're going to figure out if it's good later today. We're going to be playing this. I'm going to take a little break, guys. Hopefully, I'm going to get some news about my car as well to see if it's going to cost me like $1 million to repair or not. But we're going to be playing this later today. So if you guys want to see if Penny is any good before picking it up, tune in a little bit later and we will definitely check it out. Now, I'm wondering what the hell is wrong. The Operation Galuga demo stopped. Oh, it's because I went on the online, didn't I? Ah, that's why. It's because I went into the Nintendo app, and since it's an online service, can't download at the same time. I'm like, why the heck is my Operation Galuga demo not downloaded? So actually, what I think the plan is, I'm going to stop for 30 seconds here. We are going to start with the Operation Galuga demo because it's a demo. I don't think we're going to get way more than like an hour of gameplay out of it. And then we are going to play Penny. Okay, so. And I'm gonna break the stream. I'm gonna say like we're playing through the Operation Galuga demo, and then we're going to close the stream down, and we're going to start it back up for Operation Penny, but like with a 5-minute break in between the two. But the color palette is rubbish. They're trying to really go for the 90s aesthetic here. That's just to Rodrigo. And I do agree, like, if we're looking at today's colors, it's a little but they're really trying to go for that 90s aesthetic. Okay. They are 90s fans, the developers of the game, so they want to go with the 90s aesthetic. The one thing that I'm maybe gonna hurt them is the aesthetic somewhat reminds me of Balan Wonderworld. Okay, the aesthetic somewhat reminds me of Balan Wonderworld for some odd reason, but I'm not expecting that type of quality here. Now this game, this is DLC. I didn't know that this was DLC when I was seeing it, and the base game must have just been one of those like games that I never picked up. Suka game. It's one of those probably like mini game compilations, right? Because I don't buy a lot of those. Pepper Grinder, Devolver Digital, need I say more? Okay. And on top of it, it reminds me of Drill Dozer. This, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a freaking amazing game. Pepper Grinder looks freaking amazing. There's a demo available today, but we're going to keep that for another day. Okay, because we're getting too packed. I don't want to do 3 games in one day. We're gonna keep it for later. The horse racing game, meh. Snufkin Melody of Moomin Vale. Like, it didn't convince me to get interested by visuals. Operation Galuga, we're gonna figure that out later today. And you all know that I love Contra, so yeah. And then the whole ocean, and then the announcement, guys. Like, this is probably the punch, and it's really funny that they put this in a partner showcase, but I guess because Rare is a partner, that's why it went into this. But we've got actually 4 really solid releases here. 5 even. Battle Maniacs, Killer Instinct, Snake Rattle and Roll. This is actually a pretty fun, like, puzzler platformer. Blast Corps, I actually didn't play, so that would be my first time playing it. And RC Pro-Am. Great Nintendo game if you've never played it. Suka's a shooting game, but it's okay. Well, I'll check it out. I'll check what the rest of the game's all about. And then we've got the Endless Ocean thing. Honestly, I'll have to play it, and I'll have to look about it, because oddly enough, I don't know anything about the game. So I don't want to talk about a game I don't know. And they put a lot of time at it, and it was their one last thing. So I'm feeling like they're like, okay. But it just seems like a very relaxing exploration game. Okay, looks fun. I'm just not sure the Switch is going to deliver the visual experience we want for something like this. But we will wait till it's out and we will see what it delivers. That's all I'm going to say for now, because I don't know anything about the game. And you guys know I hate talking about stuff I don't know about. So that was our direct for today. So now, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break and we're going to reconvene around noon. Okay, I'm going to give myself a 2-hour window. Originally, I was only going to take an hour off before we start playing our games. But because of my car trouble, I want to give myself a 2-hour window so I can see if I can figure out what's happening with all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to close down the stream, and probably around 11-ish, I'm going to put up an official announcement of the stream starting somewhere around noon. Don't worry, it will be probably somewhere around noon, unless they call me and they're like, come get your car at like 11:45, and I need to start it like at 12:30. We will be reconvening later on today around noonish. Will I have time to put my face in the thumbnail? I will try. I will try. It depends on the artwork I find. But should I put my face for Operation Galuga? Should I put my face on the red guy or the blue guy? I feel like I should put my face on the red guy. I feel like that should be where, yeah. And then for the other game, I'm not sure. Red guy? Awesome. Swirl says red guy. So we'll go with squirrel. But I'll try. Okay, I can't promise because I have to find a picture with my face in the same angle as the dude and cut it out and blah, blah, blah. And because of the car trouble, like if I didn't have car trouble, I would have said, yeah, I'm going to take a half hour and I'm going to fix all that up. Because don't forget, it's 2 different thumbnails. We have to do a different one for Penny as well. So I was be like, okay, I'll take the time to do both. But I just don't want to make a promise I can't deliver on. I do better than selfies. I basically film myself doing this. Okay. And then basically what I do is I go into Adobe and I follow my face till it's in the same angle. And I take a picture of the freeze frame. Like in Adobe, you can take a picture of a frame. So I just do a screenshot of the frame I want. And then I cut it out. So I could like I've done that a couple of times now where I couldn't find the right angle where I just film my face going left to right. But sometimes I have to like do circles and like blah, blah, blah. Because if the person's looking down or whatnot. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Point isn't to be perfect. But it's just that if not, it doesn't fit in like the shape you cut out. And it looks really weird because you're missing like your lips or your eyes or your nose. Because like your eye cuts half into the face and things like that. So, anyway, we will reconvene later today. Thank you all for joining me for watching the direct. And we will have some, I'm sure we're going to have a ton of fun today. We're going to try some brand new games. And I'm really, really pumped and excited. Even though my car is slightly putting me down. I will hope for good news. Like if he comes back and it's like, oh, you need a new engine, I'm going to die. Because honestly, my car is finally paid off since like last year. So I'm like, yay, no car payments. And now, ooh, that hits me. I'm like, freak. Have a great one, guys. And I hope, as usual, hope I'll see all of you in my next video. See you later.